Breastfeeding is a learning process for you and your baby. Just when you think you have it all figured out, things can change again. You will continue learning and adjusting as baby grows, and that's perfectly normal. The information in this lesson will help you prepare for some of those early changes and challenges. This video will cover how to tell when your baby is hungry or full, growth spurts, cluster feeding, and other reasons your baby might be crying. As you get to know your baby, you will start to learn the sounds or movements they make when they're hungry. It is easiest to latch when the baby is in the early to moderate stages of hunger. Early signs that your baby is ready to feed include wiggling or moving while still asleep, waking up and seem to be more alert, looking around as if looking for you, licking and smacking lips and moving mouth more, bringing hands to mouth or sucking on anything near the mouth, rooting or turning the head back and forth looking for you, turning head when cheek is touched. When your baby is moderately hungry, they might start to move around more, become squirmy or wiggly, or start to fuss. Crying can also be a sign of hunger, but baby might not cry until they are very hungry. This can be a late sign that they are ready to feed. If baby is crying because of hunger, they might be too frustrated to latch onto the breast. Help baby calm down by placing them skin to skin on your chest. Once they're calm, try latching again. There are a variety of ways your baby might signal that they're done eating. Many babies will relax and let go of breast on their own when they're full. Others might start to push away and get frustrated or fuzzy after nursing well. Unclenching their fist can also be a sign that your baby is done eating. Hunger is not the only reason babies cry. If your baby is crying and won't eat, it could be because they feel overwhelmed or overstimulated. They have a wet or dirty diaper. They just want to be close to you. They're tired. They're uncomfortable from clothing, a tight diaper, the room temperature, or something else. It's okay to ask for help if you feel frustrated or upset when your baby is crying. If there is no one around who can help you, lay baby down in a safe place and take a minute to calm yourself down. If you find yourself getting overwhelmed often, we can provide you with resources to help you to get through this experience. Your baby will have periods of faster growth and development, often called growth spurts. During a growth spurt, baby might be fuzzier than normal, sleep more, and want to nurse more often and or for longer. Growth spurts are common during the first 6 months of life and usually last 2 to 5 days. In order to make sure your body makes enough milk, it is a good idea to watch for baby's cues and feed on demand. Waiting until baby is done feeding on one breast until switching to the other will help baby to get more of the satisfying fatty milk, which can help them feel full for longer. Baby might or might not take the other breast after finishing the first breast. Other times, they might still be hungry after feeding from both breasts. If this happens, they can latch to the first breast again. The milk might flow more slowly than the first time, but it will still be there. It is normal for your nipples to be a little bit tender during growth spurts since baby is feeding more than usual. If you notice any damage, cracking, or bleeding, you might want to check with a lactation professional. To prevent nipple damage, keep baby's body close to you while nursing and make sure they get a deep latch. Laying back or on your side can help you stay comfortable when nursing more often and for longer amounts of time. Sometimes it might seem like your baby wants to feed every 5 minutes. This is called cluster feeding and is usually perfectly normal. It is more common in the afternoon and evening, but can happen any time of day. You might have heard that most babies need to eat every 2 to 3 hours or 8 to 12 times per day. But this is just to give you an average or a general idea of how often you will feed your baby. In reality, most babies will want to feed at less regular intervals. For example, you might feed your baby at 10 a.m. and then they might not want to feed again until 2 p.m., followed by another feeding at 3 p.m. Your body also makes different amounts of milk at different times of day. You might find that you have more milk in the early morning, while it's common to make smaller amounts of milk that is rich in fat later in the day. This could be another factor in why your baby might cluster feed. It is best to follow your baby's lead and practice feeding on demand. If you are concerned about whether your baby is getting enough milk, you can alternate breasts until baby is satisfied. You can also check to make sure they are growing and gaining weight as expected and having enough wet and dirty diapers each day. It is normal to feel overwhelmed at this stage of breastfeeding, when everything is new for you and your baby. Remember that it's okay if you don't have it all figured out yet. No one is expecting you to be perfect. Mothers and babies learn to breastfeed together, and it can take time for breastfeeding to become easy. Consider the following questions as you and your baby continue to learn together. What signs or cues does my baby give to let me know they are hungry or full? Which method seems to work best when I need to calm my baby down? How can I be confident that my baby is getting enough milk?